Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Hi, folks. Welcome back. Those of you that are new, welcome. Well, you know, I've heard a lot of crazy before, but I can tell you what, this has to be, these people are nuts. Absolutely nuts. Whether you hate Trump or not, to say that he's going to compare him to Hitler, I don't want to say the word too much because it'll screw up the algorithm, is absolute insanity. It's insane. Let's see the short clip of Hillary Clinton on The View. And ahead of time, Sonny Hostin there is on The View. I want to personally apologize because she was educated here in upstate New York in Binghamton, my hometown, at the SUNY College here. So I guess I'm partially responsible. But anyway, let's listen to the video.
People would get legitimately elected, and then they would try to do away with elections and do away with opposition and do away with a free press. And you could see it in countries where, well, Hitler was duly elected.
That's right.
Right? And so all of a sudden, somebody with those tendencies, those dictatorial, authoritarian tendencies would be like, oh, okay, we're going to shut this down. We're going to throw these people in jail. And they didn't usually telegraph that. Trump is telling us what he intends to do.
We need to listen to
Take him at his word. The man means to throw people in jail who disagree with him, shut down legitimate press outlets, do what he can to literally undermine the rule of law and our country's values.
Well, what'd you think of that? These people are out of their minds. Absolutely insane. Why are they so scared of Donald Trump, of all people? He's going to expose them all once he's in charge of the Department of Justice again. He's talking about putting reporters in jail. Where the hell is this coming from? And, of course, the bobbleheads around the table there are all nodding their heads. Let's read on. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton joined the co-host of The View on Wednesday and said that Adolf Hitler was duly elected while warning about what might happen if former President Donald Trump won again in 2024. Co-host Sonny Hostin, again, I apologize for using some of my tax money to educate her in upstate New York, asked Clinton what might happen if Trump were to be elected in 2024. I think it will be the end of our country as we know it. I think it might be even worse now because they're somewhat restrained, believe it or not, in the first term by people he hired because he thought he'd go along with him, and they stood up to him. Like what? Like they just obeyed orders? Like not building the wall? Withdrawing troops from Syria? In direct violation of their oath. Should have been court-martialed for that. And so now he's going to, if we ever near the Oval Office again, find people who have no principles, no conscience, who are totally tied to his fortune. No, they're going to get people that are tired of getting screwed over by the lies and the lawfare and the FBI raids and the millions and millions it's costing people that work for Trump in legal fees to destroy them, to put out the message anybody that associates with Donald Trump will get the full treatment of lawfare and use the entire federal government to destroy them. What I meant by is that people who get legitimately elected, then she went on, do away with free press. She's not doing away with free press at all. They're going to find out. I want those people that lied to the FISA court in 2016 before Trump was president to spy on him, to surveil his campaign. Never been done before, in my knowledge, since the Watergate days when they tried to bug the DNC headquarters. What was that, 1968? Or excuse me, 72. Yeah. It's amazing to me. Oh, okay, we're going to shut this down. We're going to throw these people in jail. Only the ones that have broken the law. I got sidetracked there. What I meant to say was those FISA, those people from the DOJ, the FBI, the CIA, that lied to a FISA court, none of them have been disciplined or criminally charged. Criminally charged. They lied to a FISA court. Why aren't the judges that were lied to so pissed that they demand a criminal indictment? That's not even counting all the rest of the stuff. It's amazing to me. Clinton told the co-host that people need to take him at his word. Austin agreed and said, we need to listen to him. He's only going to go after the people that have broken the law that try to bring down this country. They use the system, the bureaucratic system, to destroy a duly elected president. He's going to get convicted of one of these charges, one of them. Now, the one in New York City currently, my understanding, that's a civil case, so there'll be no felony, to my understanding. But the other ones, he's going to get one conviction. It's going to happen. It's just a law of averages. And he'll win on appeal. But how long will that appeal take? And of course, they can say, do you want to vote for a convicted felon? He means to throw people in jail who disagree with him. That's a lie. Shut down legitimate press outlets. Another lie. Make them accountable for the lies that they put in their websites, as well as their newspapers and the mainstream media. Remember the Russian collusion hoax? Don't you remember he browbeat Zelensky from Ukraine to going after Burisma? They tried to impeach him for that. Well, they impeached him, but it didn't remove from office. It's amazing to me. What can he do to literally undermine the rule of law and our country's values? Are you out of your mind? Undermine the rule of law. What they've done legally through lawfare to Trump while he was president and after, raiding his home for absolutely no reason, really? It's amazing to me. The FBI, the CIA, other bureaucratic agencies, all the alphabet soup agencies are all against him. Austin also said that the Clintons' loss to Trump 2016 will go down in history as one of the most pivotal moments in this country. That I agree with. Clinton called for a formal deprogramming for many supporters of Trump during a CNN interview in October. Yeah, I did cover that. I guess I need deprogramming. I'm going to go to a special camp? These people are nuts. They are nuts. Donald Trump is no saint. Nobody ever said he was. But he was the person that stood up to them and won. And now he has a chance to do it again. And they are terrified. Not what Donald Trump is going to do, what she says, to close down the country and be a dictator. But they're scared to death he's going to go after them. He'll have the Department of Justice. He'll have a new attorney general. Heads will roll. And they don't want to get caught. Let's start with the list from the island. I can't mention the name. Let's start with that list. Releasing all the J6 footage. There's a ton of other stuff that can be released. As president, he's not going to... He played around with them. In other words, all right, the election's over. I won. I'll just back off on a lot of them. And, they'll just... No, they didn't move on. They made it 10 times worse. Donald Trump went against his better nature to get along with these monsters. And it cost him severely. And it's still costing him. Deprogramming. I mean, we had a very strong partisans in both parties in the past, and we had very bitter battles over all kinds of things, but there wasn't this little tail of extremism waving, wagging the dog at the Republican Party as it is today. Are you kidding me? The progressive nutbars have taken over your party? And sadly, some of those extremists, those MAGA extremists, like me, I guess, take their marching orders from Donald Trump. No, we don't. We support him because he's after you and the tens of thousands of bureaucrats and law enforcement and the DOJ and the CIA that have run this country into the ground. And now it's time to be held accountable. who has no credibility left by any measure. He's only in it for himself. He lost tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars of his net worth while he was president. By the way, Secretary of State Clinton, did you give your salary back to the government? Trump did. Now he's defending himself in civil actions and criminal actions. And when will they break with him? That's the entire point. Because at some point, there needs to be a formal deprogramming of the cult members. But something needs to happen. They have to stop him because they are terrified of him. And they should be, not for the reason she's saying, though. There you have it. These people are in full-fledged assault, nuclear war, so to speak, on Trump from every single angle, from every single media outlet. It's incredible the amount of we'll call it shots being fired at him from every direction. Anybody else would have buckled a long time ago. We're going to have to stick with him. Why? Because these people are evil and they're dangerous. Dangerous. Close down media outlets. That's a lie. I want people that have broken the law in the federal government concerning Trump. We'll start with the illegal surveillance in 2016 and go through the rest of the list. All of those CIA directors and former intelligence officers that lied under oath to Congress, all of them prosecuted for lying under oath. We need to start weeding out these monsters. They made an incredibly good living off of lying, and it has to stop. It has to stop. They are scared to death of him for a good reason, but not the reasons they're saying. What do you think? Until next time, God bless, goodbye, and good luck.